Okay everyone, in today's video I'm going to be doing a repair on a 2011 black 911 Porsche Turbo. The area that got bumped was this protruding part, but the main damage is down below right at the driver's side exhaust port. It got bumped in this area that I'm going to have to kind of heat up and melt the plastic back together again. It also got hit down below in this kind of like two-tone area. This is a different color. I'm going to have to sand that, paint that a different color. And it also got chipped slightly and scratched right around the exhaust port, that trim ring that goes around the chrome exhaust tip. And I got a couple of tricks up my sleeve. I'm going to sand that down and do that repair so he won't have to buy a new piece. And here's another angle. You can see a little bit of the damage, but nothing that cannot be repaired. Got the car all bagged up, ready to start the repair. I had already melted that plastic back together again, sanded everything down. I'm going to use just a little bit of filler in that area. All right, got everything taped up for primer. Knock down all the scratches here and just roughly box it out so I don't get like primer overspray in the crack, and then I have to push the black paint into the crack to cover up all the primer spots and all that stuff. So I got that boxed out. Down here, did a little bit of filler, didn't need too much. And I'm gonna be primering out to here, and down below it's gonna be like a two-tone that also got hit. So I'm gonna do a repair there as well, primer both of them at the same time. And next step is primering. Primer is all dry. I sprayed a little bit of black on it as a dye coat. Getting ready to sand that now. This is the trim ring that went around the exhaust, and it had a couple of little dents in it from the impact of whatever it bumped the bumper. And I was able to save that part, kind of do a little bit of a trick to knock that back down where you don't have to buy a new part. So this one is pretty much good as new. We'll pop this back in once I'm done with the paint work. Okay, got everything prepped, knocked down, prepped with 600, and I got all of this marked out where I'm going to shoot the black and bring the black over, smoking a blend here with the clear coat, and then buff all that out so you can't tell where that blend was. Also on this line here, this is a folded tape edge so that it doesn't stick, and it leaves a soft line, so I can kind of buff that down. You won't be able to tell it's been painted, and fold it over so I got my pull tab to pull it off when I'm finished. And next step is to start laying out the base coat. All right, got the base coat mixed, and it was only two blacks that make this black. There's no metal flake in it or pearl or anything. And the paint code for this Porsche is 041. And we'll go ahead and thin this out and go ahead and start spraying. to the clear coat. Got everything clear coated, and I'm gonna do a little bit of buff work down here. You can look at the reflection. It's got a little bit of a slight orange peel. I couldn't push the clear coat too hard in this area because then it would open up the flap and you'd get like a flood, kind of a messy look of clear coat on that line. So I applied about maybe 3 to 4 clear coats in this area to build it up, and then I'll wet sand this down, and that reflection you see, it'll be more crisp. You can see that when I'm done. Everything else came out pretty slick. Got that centerpiece buffed out. Take a look at that reflection. It's much more crisp. Got the blend in there, so you shouldn't be able to see or feel where that blend starts or stops. All right. Looking pretty good. Now it is time to paint underneath. This is a gray color compared to that black. Right now for the bottom piece, and I've got that masked off. It looks a little crooked, But this is the other tape that I have from the primer. So it's a consistent line all the way down. It's a factory line that's there anyway. And everything is tucked as if we pulled this piece off, so it's nice and clean all the way down that line. So we'll go ahead and get ready to start painting. I don't have a paint code for that gray that's underneath, so I had to make that color by eye. Okay, all done. The repair took almost all day to complete. Had kind of a two-tone look here, and the whole point of the repair, the client wanted to be able to get this thing up in the air and no one really detect the repair. So it took more time to kind of feather everything out and get the two-tone where you don't have overspray in this groove here. So if you have any other questions on this type of repair, feel free to contact me. Sorry the beginning of the video wasn't all professional like I normally do it. Only got about 4 hours sleep last night, and midway I said let me go ahead and just do the video on the car. It's a cool car. Okay, thank you for watching. Have an awesome day. Bye.